Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle. Sprite Castle.
Mr. Rob O'Hara.
Sprite Castle.
Where's the button? Where's the button? I hit the wrong button. There we are. Hello and welcome to another episode of Sprite Castle. I hope you have been having a good week. I have been having a okay week, and now I am ready to take a break from this week and play some Commodore 64 games. As some of you know that keep track, this is a off week for Sprite Castle. This is actually a You Don't Know Flack week, so I have free reign to play whatever I want, and I looked through the old list of shows I have recorded for Sprite Castle, and there was one that jumped out at me for Halloween, which was Gremlins. So I think what I'm going to do today is play a little bit of Gremlins. Let me make sure that I've got the disc in the drive, and I do. So let's get Gremlins loaded up. If you can see behind me, I got some cool purple lights. I got purple lights here on my face since I did my last video. I bought, a long time ago, I bought an 8-pack of Wi-Fi enabled light bulbs. So they are LCD light bulbs, and it comes with this little app for my phone that you can see here that they are all purple. And so I have 3, I just turned them all off. That would look good. I have 3 bulbs behind me. I was going to leave off for the show anyway. You can see now they're off, but if I go to, let's go see here real quick. I know nobody cares about my light bulbs, but what are we doing here? Let's go to home. Let's go to the light bulbs and turn on the office light bulbs, and there they are. You can see they're all purple. I have 3 here right to my side. As you can see, if I turn my face here, you can probably see the purple. But I do have them set up in different groups. So that I could control them independently if I wanted, but you can just go drag around to what other color you want on your phone. Like I just went to yellow or, red, and I could change those to red, or, and it's very exciting for an old person like me. I do have out in my home theater, I have some LED strips, and I've used those before. But let's see. Yeah, I think that's even still a little too blinding, and so we're just going to turn those lights off, and that'll be perfect. I did set up timers with the lights so that they turn on right before my day starts, and they turn themselves off at night, and just what a lot of entertainment that you can get yourself for $30. And not only do you get a lot of entertainment from using them, but I got about 2 hours worth of entertainment from trying to set them up. So think of all that enjoyment. You are looking at Gremlins by Atarisoft. Gremlins, this is one of the later releases from Atarisoft. I grew up with the Apple II version, and then found this Commodore version later. You are Billy down there from the movie. The goal is to get all the Mogwai. You can only carry one at a time in your backpack there. And as you can see, he is returning them up there to that little pin. Now, while you are doing that, you will have to fend with Gremlins. Now, all the rules from the movie apply. If a Mogwai or a Gremlin go into water, they will multiply. If they go to, if they eat food, if a Mogwai eats food, they will turn into, seeing that happening down there, turning into a Gremlin. Fortunately, you are armed with a sword or a giant stick of some sort there, and so you can kill Gremlins with that. So let's go ahead and get back over to the menu system here. F1 starts the game, F3 is number of players, and you alternate players, and then F5 is what night do you want to start with, and every night is just a little more difficult. You know what, I'm just going to put it on the easiest night here to begin with, although it's pretty easy. Hope you like that song. You'll be hearing it a lot. So what we're going to be doing is picking up Mogwai. Now, you want to get this food before they get it, because as you know, if they get the food, they will turn into a Gremlin. So We'll try to run over here and get this little stick of butter. On the bottom of the screen down there is a timer, and each level is 1 hour. So, for example, this level is going to go from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. You can see it counting up there. And so we want to rescue as many of these guys as we can. In the top square up here, I'm going to show you the square right above where my character is. You can see there's a gremlin or a mogwai there. That means I have a mogwai in my backpack. Obviously, you get a bonus. This game is not unlike Robotron, I think, where you have, humans to rescue. You have someone to rescue. You have good guys, bad guys. There's a evil gremlin. Those gremlins just split into two because they walked across the water there. It is easier, I believe, to attack those guys from the left to right. Now, see how he's making a beeline for the cage? I'm just going to let him do that so you can see he was over there trying to release all my mogwai and let him loose. Ran right into that guy. I should say that during that moment there, while everything is paused, you can actually move. So that gives you a little bit of a heads up. Don't eat that. You don't want that bread. There you go. You can use a little trick here and try to lead them into the water if they'll follow you into the water. Like that, and then they will split, which gives you more to rescue now. See, I'm at 558, 559, and I just ran out of time, so the level ends. So the level ends if you rescue all the mogwai, or the clock goes to the next hour. Excuse me, I just sneezed right when I was trying to save the world. Now you can see up at the top there's a television, and someone has turned it on, and so if anyone's near the television, those are worth 5 points each. It doesn't really seem like it's worth your time, but it's more important to get the food during the level so that the mogwais don't eat the food and turn into gremlins. This is a bonus level where you just have to kill all the gremlins. I will say that when you swing your sword, it takes a second for the animation to complete, and so you can't just like attack. See how it's kind of slow like that? So you have to be careful and kind of time how far away you are before you attack. Alright, let's get you. Oh, I don't like that. See, your stick doesn't go down past your feet as far as it sticks out when you go left and right. So that's why I say it's easier to attack from the left or right. It's also really hard to attack diagonally. I'll save you. So you can see we've added I've got a guy. Let's get this food so nobody's tempted. You can see that a new obstacle has been added, and that is the freezer in the refrigerator over there, which has an ice maker, and so it is shooting out ice cubes that will melt and turn into water puddles. We'll see some other things later on. We'll see a gremlins opening the refrigerator, and they will start to throw food out, and of course, again, if the mogwais eat the food, they will turn into gremlins, so you don't want that to happen. And this level begins, if you look down there at the bottom, there's a popcorn maker, and popcorn is food. So once somebody turns on the popcorn maker, it will be bad news because it will just start shooting. Oh, I missed him. It'll just start shooting out popcorn. I don't know if I can turn it on. I know they can turn it on. Let's go get my 5 points. I believe that's an extra man. Down there at the bottom left, you can see the little pluses. That's how many abilities we have. This is where walls start getting added. I think this is, again, just a bonus level. because there's no gremlins and there's no way for them to turn into gremlins. But you can see the clock is not much time on the clock. So, I don't know that I have a whole lot to say about this game. It's a fun little, it's a very arcadey type game. It's very simple, as you can see. It works, even though, like I said, it was on the Apple II version is about twice as slow as this version. Oh, I will show you something here if I can do this. These guys will line up. You can kill people through the wall like that. The stick will go through the wall. He's gonna go try to let those guys out. Oh, I'm at the wrong angle. So, what have you got going on there? Is that just the freezer? Yeah, it's just a freezer. There's the, I wanted the popcorn machine to go off, but I'm sure you'll see it soon enough. What did I miss? Oh, I've got one in my backpack. I believe it said this was copyright 1984, which sounds about right. That would have been right at the top of the movie. I don't remember if this, I could look this up, but I just don't remember if, oh, he's turned on the popcorn maker. See that? Now you got popcorn going everywhere. Gotta work our way up here. Now the gremlins can't actually hurt the mogwai. All that can happen is the mogwai can be turned into gremlins. Alright, so these guys are, see how they're petrified up here? Because they're watching TV. We got that guy. And now that one's got the fridge open. You can see he's just chunking out food, which again is bad for mogwais. There we go. So as the game goes further and further, what happens is just more of everything. So there's just, oops, like that. More gremlins, more mogwais, more food, more obstacles, more walls, just more until you get. In fact, I think what I'll do is, let's play it again. I won't go all the way. We'll save ourselves a little bit of difficulty, but let's start, let's say, on night number 9. After we do this, we'll bump it all the way up and see what's going on. Okay, so you can see here's those guys, that guy. Alright, oh, that guy. So you can see that I started with a whole lot of mogwais, but there aren't very many left by the time I got up there. Oh, there's some gremlins though. Yeah. Stick foo. Yeah. Hope you like that song, because that is the only song in the game. Well, that's not true. That's whatever played at the. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. I would like to lie a lot and say that. Oh, just ran into that guy. And say that I hit the button, but I'm playing with the. I couldn't get out of there. I'm playing with the Epix joystick, and as you can probably hear, so it's not easy to lie and say I hit the button, because if I don't hit the button, you're not going to hear it click. So maybe I just didn't hit the button quick enough. But let's, since I did so well at that level, let's just bump things up. Let's go up to level night 15. I think when I normally would play this as a kid, I would definitely, at least jump up. Well, I'm not really making a good case for myself as being any good at this game, but I would definitely, bump it up to at least like level 6 or something like that. I mean, just because it took so long. There's certain classic games. Qbert is one that I always talk about. I mean, you can. by the time you get to the part where Qbert is hard, it's like, I mean, it's a long time. I mean, it's, 10 or 15 minutes maybe. So I like games where you can, I mean, it's not necessarily that you're increasing the difficulty of the game. I mean, you are, it's more difficult, but you're just literally jumping ahead in the game, which is kind of nice, where you don't have to play through all the easy levels just to get to, the part that's a little bit more challenging. So that's good. Are there any more Mogwais? No, just bad guys. I think we can probably... No, can't quite reach them. There we go. And you can see there's a lot more points to be earned by rescuing Mogwais than just about anything else. I mean, the food, collecting the food is almost inconsequential, Let's clear out this little area here. Now this is one, so there's a lot of this, depending on where it puts the walls. You can see that I just can't squeeze through there, even though, I mean, it would be convenient if I could. I tend to, one thing in this game that gets me every time is if you look to where you're going, then you'll almost always do that where your foot will run into a guy and catch you. So, oh, Noodle's back. Noodle, my co-pilot. Hi, Noodle. We had a guest over at the house this morning, and Noodle was hiding all morning and was very upset. So now the guest has left, and Noodle has come out of his hiding place and wants everybody to know that he's been hiding. I started with a lot of Mogwai, but oh boy, that almost got me. The cat scratched going up in my chair. Sometimes the little graphic at the top is handy up there next to the score to look and see, if you have a Mogwai in your backpack or not. The popcorn is getting lots of guys here. And yeah, he's gonna go free those guys. Thanks, Bob. There's only 2 guys. Maybe if I can. A lot of walking in this game. It's not particularly fast. So this is the part. Oh my gosh, where especially these bonus levels where you just start in an army swarm. It is very much like RoboCop, or those, not RoboCop, Robotron, where you just start in the middle of a swarm. You just gotta shoot your way out. Is he gonna do it? It really depends on if I do something stupid. Also, this is a something that we saw a lot in old computer games is that, they could only handle so many objects at a time, right? And I mean, like we know Commodore can handle 8 sprites and stuff. So I don't really know the technical, explanation of how they could have more than 8 enemies on the screen at a time. I don't know if it's flipping between different things or something. I don't really know, but what I do know is that when there are the more people that are on, the slower the game goes, and you can see how slow everything is moving when there are all these creatures on the screen at the same time. And don't you go let my little friendos out. Anybody remember? I remember when Gremlins came out, and man, there was nothing I wanted more than a gremlin. I mean, I don't want a gremlin. I wanted a mogwai. Just to have a little friend that would sing to me, sing little strange songs, and be a little buddy. I think yeah, so you should be able to get through there, but you can't. Walk, 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 walk. Well, I came here to kill gremlins and chew bubblegum. And guess what? If you guessed that I was all out of bubblegum, you'd be wrong, because I'm sure there's some in that refrigerator. So see how fast they're coming at me now? Like, they're running much more quickly now that there's only a couple left on the screen. Oh, see, he ran to go. They are mischievous little fellows to run and go turn on that popcorn maker down there. You're not gonna hurt me, because I got old Mogwai and saved you, Gizmo. Yeah. This is where it gets hard. Any direction that I barely touch the joystick, I'm touching a gremlin. Yeah, ran into him. So, anyway, that's Gremlins from Atarisoft. It's a fun little game. It's an arcade style game. There's not a lot to it, but it's pretty fun. You could definitely start on the easy levels. Maybe kids would like it. Start on the easy level and go through. And if you like a little bit more of a challenge, you can just jump up to a higher start night. Copyright 84 Atarisoft and 1984 Warner Brothers Incorporated. So it's a fun little game, and I hope you enjoy it. So anyway, next week is Halloween, so I hope if you are planning to partake in Halloween festivities, I hope you do so in a safe manner. I hope that your family is safe, and that you stay healthy, and that you have a good Halloween. It's my personal favorite holiday of the year. I'm a little bummed out that we can't do all the things that we normally do, but it'll wait, and we have lots of stuff to put out, and there will still be fun times to have. So thank you guys for watching another episode of Sprite Castle Plays. Again, if you like this game, go check out the old episode I did on Gremlins. I think it's Sprite Castle episode number 21. You can find that in the archives over at podcast.robohara.com, so you can go dig that out. Thank you for watching the show, and thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You are the guys that keep the engine moving forward. So thanks again, and I will see you guys all next week.